Up next here on The Wise Up Show, we are in trouble. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday night edition of the Wise Up Show here on Monday night, January 29th, 2024. And I didn't have a show last night because of the football game, so I had to cancel it. So I figured I'd do a show tonight. I did Sunday night show tonight. But that's the reason why I didn't show and didn't do a show. So how is everybody? How's everybody doing? Carol, how are you? Little Shit Stir. Kid Rock, welcome everybody. Chris Trock, how are you, buddy? How's everybody doing? I miss everybody. I haven't been doing the shows because I've been sick. I've been sick, and I'm just starting to feel better like the last couple of days. So I really wasn't on YouTube that much, here and there a little bit, and I haven't done any shows, so it's been a mess. It's been a mess. But anyway, I'm back, and I'm going to try to be more consistent now. But I have a busy schedule off of YouTube, so that's another reason why I haven't been able to do a show. I was out of work last week. Was it last week? No, the week before for like a whole week. Well, not maybe 4 or 5 days, just doing nothing. And I was sick in September, so, there's a lot of stuff going around, and, the older you get, you don't bounce back as easily as you did when you were younger, So anyway, that was a new cover band that I discovered. They're really, really good. And I'll see if I can drop the link for them. I got a couple of their songs, but they're very, very good. So anyway, let me tell you why I decided to do this show. I was going to do a show Sunday on riding on coattails, but what happened was the reason why I didn't do that show and took a different topic was because, now I've mentioned this on my show a few times. I listened to Clayton Morris. Now Clayton Morris has a show on YouTube called Redacted, and I dropped a couple of his links in the parlor. I've been listening to Clayton for the last 7 years. Because the mainstream media only reports what they want to, and they leave a lot out. Clayton Morris does not leave anything out. He covers the news completely that the regular mainstream media doesn't cover. So I was listening to his show a couple days ago, and something clicked. And why I haven't thought about this before is I don't know. We have thousands and thousands of people coming into this country every single day from all over the world, just coming right in. And while I was listening to his show, he did a segment, and what I heard, it just sparked something in me. And let me play this clip that I listened to, and that kind of like woke me up. Now, I don't know if you guys are in tune to all of this or how much you are in tune to it, but this is very, very important. And the repercussions of this down the road are going to be detrimental to us. I worry about my grandchildren, and I worry about my children, in the future years to come.
Separately, last week, a group of illegal Muslim immigrants were confronted by a group of journalists in the United States, asking, "Where did you come from? You're here in the United States. Who are you? Where did you come from?" Here was his response.
By the way, if you are smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're going to know who I am. Very easy.
Wow, very easy. The entitlement.
No, believe me, I'm much better than that.
The entitlement, guys. Wow.
That's only one guy that made that statement. And I said to myself, there's thousands of other people coming into this country. Do you think for a minute that this is the only guy that thinks that way, that's coming in here with a purpose? Well, if you do, you better wise up, because that's not true. That's not true. He's only one guy. You're letting thousands and thousands into this country every single day from all over. All over. And he's a terrorist. I was right. He was a terrorist. So If he's coming in, who else is coming in? So we have a real problem. We have a real problem. And to make matters worse, they're flying them into the states that, will take these people. So, we're in serious trouble.
Investigative journalist Michael Yan joins me now from the Darien Gap in Panama, the major choke point where these illegals converge before heading up to the United States, using luxury buses to be ferreted up to the United States border. Michael, you just exposed a stunning story down there in Panama that involves the head of Homeland Security, Mayorkas. I want to get to that story in a moment because it's incredibly important. But first, I just want to get your thoughts on a couple of the points that I just made. Number one, on the terrorists having the balls to tell this U.S. reporter, hey, you'll find out who I am soon enough. What was your response when you saw that?
We see this all the time. This is normal for people like me and quite a few others who are on the border all the time, whether Texas, Mexico, Arizona, the whole works, California, or down here in the Darien Gap, Colombia. We see it everywhere, constantly. Very arrogant, very pushy, often. You can tell a lot of these people are on a mission, and that includes Chinese as well. I just took Brett Weinstein and Chris Martinson and Masako Ganaha and Ann Vandersteel back to the Darien Gap with Chuck Holton. We were in there again at the camps, took them out deep into the jungle. Of course, Chuck Holton and Masako Ganaha go down there all the time. And there were many Chinese again, always arrogant, always pushy, always, one guy, for instance, I asked where he's from, and he said Korea. And I said, and then he spoke to his wife, apparent wife, in Mandarin. I said, "You're not from Korea, you just spoke Mandarin." And he laughed. He obviously spoke English as well. And then his apparent daughter, maybe she was a teenager, she spoke some English, and she said, "Oh yes, we're Chinese." Yeah, obviously, right? I mean, I can tell the difference by looking at them. I spent a lot of time in China and Korea and all over Asia, many years, right? And so, but the bottom line is, a lot of the people coming in are definitely on a mission.
You see? Now, were you aware of any of this? I was not. Because the mainstream media does not cover people like this. So I wasn't even aware of this. They're coming in, they got attitudes, they're sarcastic, they're cocky. Open up the floodgates. Let them all in. Let them all in. Our country is being, it is really destroyed now. It really is. It really is. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. But you see, this is only the beginning. Once these people start getting into our country and going all over the place, who knows what they're scheming? You think they're not scheming something? You think they're not planning something for the future? Well, if you think not, you're sadly mistaken. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how much of this you're aware of. I wasn't aware of a lot of these things that I found out on Clayton's show. That's why I watch him. And like I said, I dropped a couple of the links in the parlor. You're more than welcome to go over and check him out. And if you like him, subscribe to him. He has over 2 million listeners. And I've never seen anything less than 11,000 in his chat. I've seen the chat go as high as 40,000. He's very well known. He's very reputable. And like I said, he's my go-to for the news, because the mainstream media, I mean, they only cover what they want to cover. This guy tells everything. This is every single day. What the orange head man did for us, and I don't want to mention his name. You know what I'm talking about. Our leader right now destroyed in 2 years. In 2 years. So you got all these people coming all over the place. The cockiness of them, their attitude, right? Now, the guy who's a terrorist, right? Just got out of jail. He's been in jail for 12 years for terrorism. He's at our border within a couple days. And like I said, there's only one guy. There's thousands. Who knows who's coming into this country, right? So it is very upsetting. So you see the importance of me doing this show and why I changed the topics, because this is a very, very important topic. And like I said, I don't know how many of you are aware of all these things, how many of you are in tune to them, you know, but I'm bringing it forth to you because it was quite shocking to me. And now I'm more aware of this. And like I said, it's very, very upsetting, you know. And what you know, what about the people in the United States? Helping the people in the United States first before you help these immigrants. I don't have anything against immigrants coming into our country, as long as they're legal.
Now let's get to the border. Bill Malutian is there. And, you know, Bill, when you see how American citizens are concerned that their own resources are soaked up over the mass of humanity that is still standing behind you and streaming in like water, crushing our nation's sovereignty, you understand why people are upset.
Harris, you absolutely do, and those sanctuary cities better buckle up because they got a lot more coming their way. Take a look over my shoulder right now. We had yet another mass illegal crossing here in Lukeville, Arizona this morning. You're looking at hundreds of adult men from around the world, mostly from Africa, waiting for Border Patrol processing right now. Had a chance to talk to some of these guys. They're going all over the place. They told us Minnesota, New York, Chicago, and New Jersey, some of the cities they're heading to in the United States, and we'll show you how they got here. Take a look at this video we shot this morning. They were part of a group of more than 700 that came through a breach in the border wall, cut by human smugglers, and crossed illegally here into Lukeville. This happens every single morning out here, Harris. Arizona's Democrat governor, Katie Hobbs, last week said she was sending the National Guard down here. We've been in Lukeville all week. We have not seen a single National Guard soldier out here in the area of these mass crossings or helping with Border Patrol. We don't know where they're at, but you can see what Border Patrol is having to deal with every single morning out here. Then we'll take you out to Eagle Pass, Texas. Our live Fox News drone over the scene there, where Eagle Pass has been inundated in recent days as well. They had more than 10,000 illegal crossings there in a span of 3 days. You can see hundreds of those migrants still camping out, waiting for Border Patrol processing. They're coming in from all over the world there as well. Agents reporting in Eagle Pass they've encountered folks from Oman, Lebanon, Guinea, Albania, and Bangladesh. It's not just Venezuela and Guatemala anymore. And that is part of the reason why Governor Abbott is switching up his game plan. Take a look at this video. He is now flying illegal immigrants to sanctuary cities. This video you're looking at, the very first flight of 120 migrants, which landed at Chicago's O'Hare Airport Tuesday evening. He says he's going to start flying migrants to sanctuary cities, and Chicago in particular, for this reason. He tweeted this, quote, "Sanctuary City Chicago started obstructing and targeting our busing mission. Texas will now expand our operation to include flights to Chicago. Until Biden steps up to secure the border, we will continue to provide overwhelmed Texas border towns with much needed relief." And Harris, back out here live, it goes out to what you were talking about at the top of your show right here. These sanctuary cities brand themselves as sanctuary cities, and they're proud to do so. So Texas is essentially saying, well, you want them, you're going to get them.
It's mind-boggling. It really is. And listen, guys, this is every single day, from all countries, all over. When is it going to end? When is it going to end, really? It's scary. It really is. It's scary. Now, some of the scumbags that are coming into our country are really lowlifes. They really are. And you really don't know who these people are and what their background is when they come into this country.
One more like an open border, an illegal immigrant now accused of killing a mother and son while driving drunk, and he had already been deported multiple times before his latest arrest. Lisa Cunha is live in Denver to fill in the missing pieces on this story. Lisa, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Bill. 4 times. 4 times, ICE officials tell Fox News they deported the suspect, Jose Menevar. And if convicted in this deadly crash, it will be his 6th DUI. In a bond hearing yesterday, the judge agreed to a $250,000 cash bond. Witnesses say Menevar was driving about 100 miles an hour when he slammed into the car Melissa Powell and her 16-year-old son Reardon were driving. Menevar is charged with killing them both. Toxicology results show his blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. ICE tells Fox Menevar is from El Salvador and was first removed from this country in 2009. When in the U.S., he has been in and out of jail. Bill, listen to this. 4 days before the deadly accident, he pled guilty to a previous DUI offense. According to court documents, Boulder County Judge Zachary Malkinson sentenced him to probation and work release, even as prosecutors requested a year in jail. In a statement to Fox News, the DA's office says the prosecutor correctly believed the defendant was a danger to the community. Instead, the judge ordered 365 days of work release. The court allowed the defendant to wait out of custody for a bed in the work release program over our office's objection. ICE tells Fox News their records show, quote, the subject has been previously removed and has no regard for immigration law. As part of its routine operations, ICE targets and arrests non-citizens who commit crimes and other individuals who have violated our nation's immigration laws. And Bill, look at this. This is the Colorado Bureau of Investigation's list of Menevar's appearances and his arrests. In addition to DUIs, reckless driving, there's child abuse and domestic violence, and of course, failure to appear in court.
Wow.
He is next scheduled to appear in court on March 12th. Wow. We will be following this.
Yeah, what a loss that is, too. It did not have to be that way. Alicia Cunha, thank you in Denver, Colorado.
Illegal immigrant. How many DUIs did he have? This is just one guy that they let into the country. Just one guy out of thousands. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of these people are decent people. Some of them. But the rest of them? This poor mother and son are dead now because of this lowlife. So, guys, I apologize if the topic is a little bit upsetting to you, but I had to do a show on this. I just had to. To make those aware who are not aware of what's going on, to watch these clips. And, like I said, I wasn't aware of this. I mean, I was aware of the immigrants coming into our country, but I wasn't aware of the fact of that they might be terrorists until I watched Clayton's show. And that's what sparked me to do this show. So I apologize if it's a little upsetting. It is upsetting, but I just had to do a show on this. There is a right way and there is a wrong way to come into our country. And what's happening now is obviously the wrong way. Like I said, the repercussions of this are going to be very, very detrimental to us down the road from now. Think about it. Because who knows who's coming into this country, what they got planned for us, what they got scheming. You saw the one guy in the beginning of the show. He was a terrorist in jail for 12 years for terrorism. And like I said, that's only one guy out of thousands. So when I say we are in trouble, I think we all realize that. You know that if you watch mainstream media, have you seen anything like this on there? Have you seen anything like this that I showed you the clips? Because they sugarcoat everything. They sugarcoat. I have to tell you something. I'm an independent. I'm neither Democrat or Republican. So I'm an independent. And I have to tell you that, I voted for the orange hair guy. And he did straighten out the country. He did very well. Okay, he is not the most tactful individual. He tells it like it is, and a lot of people couldn't swallow that. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He is a great businessman and a great negotiator, and that's what we needed in this country. He has a big ego, yes. He likes to succeed. He likes to win, and that was in our favor for the American public. That was in our favor. because he doesn't like to lose. He did a lot of good things for this country, and the Democrats did, they did nothing but put him down. The media never left this guy alone for a minute since he took office. They badgered him constantly. Do they do that to our leader now? If you even want to call him a leader. He just completely destroyed the country in 2 years. It's going to take years for us to get back on our feet again. Years. And again, I apologize if the show was a little upsetting, if the topic was a little upsetting. But like I said before, I wanted to make you aware of what was going on. If you weren't aware of it, just to let you know. And I do strongly suggest that you check out Clayton Morris's show. He does a show at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with his wife. And he's very, very reputable. He's been in the business for over 20 years. His wife has worked for a lot of the news channels, MSNBC, NBC. So they're both very reputable. And it's a funny thing, because I mentioned it before, I made some money with Clayton because Clayton sometimes recommends some stocks. I mean, he doesn't tell you to buy them. He recommends, the stocks. He buys them himself, and he tells you to do your own due diligence and, make your own decision. So I did buy some stocks for him a while back that he recommended, and I did make some money for him. So, like I said, I've been listening to him for 7 years, and he's my go-to for the news. I do not listen to mainstream media at all. He covers everything. He's very thorough, very efficient, and he's good at what he does. And like I said, he's got over 2 million listeners. And like I said before, I've never seen anything under 11,000 in his chat. I've seen it as high as 40,000. I mean, you want to talk about a chat that flies? It just flies, So I do recommend you, check him out, and if you like him, subscribe to him. So that's my thoughts on the immigrations and the immigrants, and I don't know what to think. I really don't. I really don't. I just see problems down the road from now. I see problems. You can't possibly, with all these people coming into our country, you can't do background checks on all these people. Are you kidding me? They don't do background checks. They don't know who these people are. It's just, don't the people in office realize this? That they intentionally want to destroy the country? Don't they realize that what kind of people are coming into our country? No, they keep quiet about it. Hush, hush. You guys all have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you soon. I'll probably see you in a couple other shows. Stay well, and have a great weekend. I'm going to go out with Jefferson Starship in their song that I'm going to do, which is Nothing's Going to Stop Us Now.
Paradise, this world that I found is too good to be true. I will stay here with you. Take you to the good times, see it through the bad times. What